Hi, my name is Robert Love, and tonight we're going to be looking at Google Analytics and how it can help you to get subscribers to your site, for example. Okay, let's go straight into it. So what is Google Analytics? It's basically a tool that enables you to track visitors' habits on your website. Now, many of you might be used to having a stats package like AW Stats, for example, and you might be wondering what extra will Google Analytics give you. Well, hopefully in the next few minutes you'll be able to see how much more Google can do for you. Now, when you first go into Google Analytics, you'll need to sign up, and you'll see in the top right hand corner you'll see this sign up now option. So just click that and follow the instructions to sign up for an account. Now what you'll get is you'll get a HTML block of code, and you can use that block of code on all of your pages. So basically it gives you, Google Analytics will ask you to add that bit of HTML code to all of your pages. Okay, just pause for a second. That sounds a little bit scary, but if you use WordPress and you host your own site, basically you can use a plugin called WP Google Analytics. So if you search for that in the plugins section of your back end of WordPress, WP Google Analytics, and you'll be able to install that on your site and then paste in that block of code into the plugin. And what that will do for you is automatically add that block of code to every single page on your site, and you'll see what we're going to do with that shortly. So once you've done that, when you come to Google Analytics in future, you can click on Access Analytics. Okay, so once you've set up your account, you'll have your profile here for your website that you've added. And what you can do here is you can look at the report for a number of visitors on your site for a period of time, for example by day, by week, by month, and also by year. Now, so I very recently set up Google Analytics for www.blogandlearntoearn.com, and here we can see we've got 23 visits. We can see here that we've got average time on site, bounce rate, and what we can do is click on View Report here, and you can get some more basic stats. So you can see here we've got a graph that shows number of visitors. We've got some site usage stats. Now, one thing you don't get, for example, on AW Stats is average time on site, or not that I know of anyway. And basically this will show you the average time on site across all of your visitors. Now, for any of these links on this page, you can click on them and get more details. So if we scroll down now, we can see here that obviously I've only got 1 day's worth of stats there. Other basic stats that you get, you also get a map overlay of where your visitors are coming from. You get that with AW Stats as well, and you also get page by page stats, where traffic's coming from, and also goals. We'll talk about that perhaps in the next part of this series, but for now I wanted to focus on something else that's probably one of the best features of Google Analytics. There's other tools like crazyegg.com, for example, that you can pay for. It's about $9 a month, I think it is, for the basic version, and this will give you this feature as well, and it's probably slightly better than Google Analytics, but for the free version this probably can't be beaten really. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look at something called a heat map. So if I go to Analytics settings here, and what we can do, sorry, let's go back a step there. If you go to your dashboard and go to content, and then what you'll want to do is you'll want to click this site overlay button here, the site overlay link, and what we've got here is our website or our page overlaid by stats that Google Analytics is tracking. So let me just hide that for a second. By default, this is the current view. Let me just widen this out a little bit. By default, this is what the website looks like without this toolbar. So normally this will be pushed up a little bit, but with the toolbar here, everything's pushed down slightly. But essentially, it has links to various categories on the site and various bits of text, links to posts, bookmark and share options to share with other sites like Digg and StumbleUpon. But basically what you'll be able to do is, with the overlay on, you can see where people are clicking on your site. So let's say, for example, you're trying to see how many people or how many clicks you're getting on your RSS subscribe options. You can just hover your mouse over, and you can see here we've had 0 clicks and goals. Again, we'll come on to that another time. But over here we can see that 27% of clicks, 8 clicks that were detected, were on the home link here. And also you'll notice that you've got two links here that are the same because they're linking to the same page. So your stats will, if you're linking to the same page more than once on your site, your stats will be across those 2 links basically. So with this, what you're able to do is make little tweaks to your website to try and get more visitors to your site. Now, or more visitors clicking on your subscribe options, for example. And that's obviously a goal from a lot of bloggers, is to get more subscribers. So I recently had a very basic RSS option here. I'm now trialing out an image, and once I've got a decent number of people that have visited the website, I'll have some stats, and I can then tweak it and try some different things to try and get more subscribers. Basically, it's a case of making little changes, testing. Once you've got a sample of perhaps 500 or 1,000 visitors after each change, and you'll be able to see how many people are clicking through to various places on the site. If we scroll down a little bit, you'll see another example here where there's been 8 clicks on the bookmark and share option, for example, so people can share those links. So as you can see, above and beyond your default hosted AW stats, for example, heat maps are a very, very good feature of Google Analytics, and I think it'll be well worth your while using them. You can also hide them. You can display them by goals, which is another thing here. So I'm a goal basically. I'm tracking how many people are clicking on the feed option, and I'll go into that again in more detail later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this here, and that's pretty much it for tonight's episode of the Tuesday Tool. So here we've introduced Google Analytics, and we use a WordPress plugin called WP Google Analytics to easily add the HTML code to our site, and that enables us to track visitor habits and numbers on our site. So I'm Robert Love, and you can visit me at www.blogandlearntoearn.com. It's let me just highlight there. So up here you'll see www.blogandlearntoearn.com, and I would like to see more of you on the site, and feel free to put comments in at the bottom. There's a comment section just at the bottom of the page, so let me know what you think. And if you want to make comments on the video, obviously this will be on my YouTube channel, so if you search for Blog and Learn there, you'll be able to put a comment on the video, and I'll greatly appreciate that. Just any feedback you've got, just let me know, and if you've got any questions, then I'm happy to answer them.